funny how things work. While I was trying to, work on my towel army a little bit, get the right paint scheme, life kicks down the door, aka Christmas. And I got some Space Marines, which of course I was really interested in, and so I went ahead and made an entire Space Marine army. Salamanders, Dark Angels, it's weird. I painted them wanting them to be Salamanders. They look more like Dark Angels. Not cool, dude, but I guess that's it. And now, we have some nids. We have some tyranids. I gotta start collecting boxed in the mail today. They are built, and I'm gonna say I'm a fan of tyranids. This is my biggest model. This is big boy right here. He is massive, and I love him. He's awesome. He's big ass bug. So definitely interesting. So we're gonna paint some of these guys up. I went ahead and get with my wraithbone base and blue claws and shells, or well, maybe like a light blue claw, dark blue shell, something like that. Make them look good. So we're gonna go ahead and start working on that. Let's go ahead and head to some speed painting. And so hopefully that'll go good. So see if that works out. So while painting, this is what one looks like so far. Little gene stealer. I had an epiphany. Snow tyranids. Tyranids that have gone and have adapted to the winter. I'm gonna put down texture paste, which is dirt texture paste, paint it white, look at like snow and stuff, and then make it look like, yeah, that's what they were genetically adapted to live in the snow. So that will be quite the interesting little experiment to see if that goes well or not. So while having my Broodlord right here, we're just gonna hit him with the off-white that I'll be using. This is basically the template I'll be going off of. Off-white, dark blue for the shell parts. This. Then bright blue. This bright blue color for the claws and the ripped, exposed inner muscle parts right there, right there, right there, right there. So I'll have to do that here, up here on this part. I've already done it here, even put a little dark. I'll probably hit this right here with some of this dark just to get a nice transition. So that should work out, but hopefully it does. But if it doesn't, that'll be fine. I'm okay with just this bright blue. So I'll work on most of the gene stealers I have are still not primed, but the next, after I finish my Brood Lord, I do have Mr. Biggs primed back there. That's gonna be like just a project by itself. Yeah. And if you're interested in my what colors I'm going to use, I'll go ahead and leave those down in the description. Just finished all of the blue shell parts. I think I'm gonna hit it with the actual white that it's supposed to be. Once I get, most of the skin part, the light blue on all the pointy bits. With these, especially before they're like primed, like right now they're pretty bad. But when I was walking outside to prime them, I was like, I can barely hold this thing because everything just hurt. So like. Now with the gene stealers done, we can have our crappy curtain call. Now, with the entire set done, would I recommend it to someone? Absolutely. If you have a single thought in your mind, I would like to collect tyranids, go for it. On Amazon right now, it is $80 with Prime shipping, which, hell yeah. But it's $80, and this single model back here is $80 on Games Workshop right now. So it is 100% worth it to go pick them up. Now, the painting process, the Termagant, I believe is his name, extraordinarily awesome. Trigon. This guy, extraordinarily fun to paint. I had a blast. These little guys, I also enjoyed batch painting them, and of course, Brood Lord was a bunch of fun as well. Now, with my paint scheme, yours might be a little different. Yours might be the box, so it's red, well, purple and red versus my blue and light blue. But, I mean, that's the best thing about this type of hobby. You can do whatever you want. You want to make your tyranids, this is black, this is orange, go for it. No one's going to stop you. And it's going to look great if you put enough work into it. Now, I put a little touches on the big guy because I wanted him to stand out. I have some dry brushing on the tail and the back to make it look like, you know, he has been through a bunch of battle damage. I also, of course, gave him some of that red splatter on his claws and his little, I guess, bioshanks is how I describe them. Of course, I did that with the Gene Stealers. I absolutely enjoyed painting up the Trigon. This was massively probably my favorite part. He's become one of my favorite models. The Gene Stealers were also a joy to batch paint, and my favorite thing is after they're painted. I mean, let's see. I mean, let's just take a Gretchen, set them right next to Gene Stealer. It's just ridiculous. Even a normal Space Marine, which are massive. I mean, they're 8 feet tall and more, of course. I mean, they still look minuscule. I mean, they still look, this is a fair fight. And you have 120 of these. You have a ton of Gene Stealers compared to your Space Marine, you know, adversaries. Which is what I kind of like about it, is the fact that I enjoy Horde armies, as you know, because it's a lot of models, a lot of fun, you know, can be had. And I mean, you just get to paint up bugs, and then you just get to sling bugs across the map, making them run at people. I did like how I picked a scheme and kept with it. I have my white color scheme. I have the snowy scheme, which, I mean, some of them, this one is probably my best execution of it. The rest of them, not too great. But, hey, it kind of happens. So, of course, if you would ever want to collect tyranids, you ever thought about tyranids, this is where I would start. If you're just starting off 40k, I don't know if I could recommend starting off with this, start collecting. But, of course, the #1 rule of 40k, or my personal #1 rule, collect what you like. If you like the bugs, if you like how this Brood Lord looks, if you look like how big Jonathan over there looks, go for it. Go get this, you know, start collecting and start painting. Probably the two biggest players were in this. Oh my gosh, where are they? Here we are. My base tome, which was wraithbone, and then Vallejo's flat blue, which was the shell color. Those were probably the two biggest ones. I'll make sure to leave all the paint I used, which wasn't that many. I think it was probably 6, 7 at most, 7 paints. So, well, yes, I would recommend this. I don't know if I would recommend it to someone new, or I don't know if I could recommend this to someone who doesn't like batch painting. If you're like a custodian player and you like single models, big models, then I don't think I could recommend this to you. But if you are up to try a new army or any of that sort of way, I would 100% go for it. It's a blast to paint, and now I have a pseudo 500-point army. I'm gonna build a 500-point army out of this, and so hopefully that'll go well. I'll probably invest in a Termagant Brood or a Swarm Lord after this. If you have any recommendation on what to add to this army, I would love to hear it down in the comments. So that's all I basically have for this painting. I'm gonna get back to building the Orc Warbike, which will definitely be next. I have to paint that in parts because it's big and complicated. So that's gonna be my first model to paint in parts. So hopefully that'll be interesting. See y'all next time, I guess.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!